Hello everybody, this is Tommy from Capital Discount Nutrition. Today I wanted to talk about coconut oil. Coconut oil is one of my favorite cooking oils. It's fast becoming one of the most popular cooking oils to use. One of the reasons is because it's very stable. It has a high smoke point. So when you're cooking with coconut oil, at the molecular level, it's not going to be you're not turning the coconut oil into free radicals. Your basic, it's going to remain stable. It's very nourishing for the body. So I hope in this video I can kind of dispel too some of the myths surrounding coconut oil. And the first one I'd like to dispel is the saturated fat. Now the saturated fat that you see on the nutritional label in coconut oil is pretty high. On this one, this is from Garden of Life. This is extra virgin coconut oil. It's USDA organic. This is by far one of our most popular ones. We have another brand too, Nativa coconut oil. It's also USDA organic. So one of the things you'll notice is it's extra virgin coconut oil. And on the back, on the nutritional label, it says 14 grams of fat, and saturated fat is 13.5 grams. Now that's a lot of fat. And a lot of people get scared by that, especially when they see the saturated fat. And a lot of people associate saturated fat with atherosclerosis, heart disease, cancer, and all other, degenerative diseases. So one of the things to really understand is that saturated fat is medium chain triglycerides, or MCTs. Now, medium chain triglycerides, they don't store in your arteries. They're not like a trans fat or a saturated fat that you would get from an animal product like meat. The saturated fats in coconut oil, you can consume them. What your body doesn't use, it's going to convert to ketone bodies, which can be a ready source for your brain and your muscles. So a lot of bodybuilders actually have used MCT oil in the past, medium chain triglyceride oil, and what they would use it for is to help increase skeletal muscle energy. It's good for anaerobic metabolism. So the saturated fats are not to worry about. There's many videos with doctors, talking about the benefits of coconut oil over any other oil, especially olive oil. Olive oil is a great oil. It's very healthy for you, but you shouldn't cook with olive oil. Olive oil is sensitive to heat, light, and oxygen, just like sunflower seed oil, safflower oil, flax oil. These oils are great, but you don't want to cook with them. There's something that you want to add after the meal, like on a salad, and then consume, but you never want to cook with them. Now, coconut oil is really unique because you can cook with it. It remains unchanged when you heat it. That remains unchanged at the molecular level, so that's really important. And understand that the saturated fats aren't going to clog your arteries. They're not going to contribute to any degenerative disease. As a matter of fact, it's very healthy for you to take coconut oil. And the lauric acid has a lot of good antimicrobial, antiviral properties. You can actually use it on your skin. It's very nourishing. A lot of people take it internally too to get their viral load down. It's very interesting. People will feel like a cold or a flu coming on, and they're cooking with coconut oil. They'll just actually take a teaspoon of it, and they'll notice that their sore throat goes away quicker because it has antiviral properties. So coconut oil is very unique as compared to other cooking oils, and it's definitely very beneficial. Now, how does it taste when you cook with certain foods? Now, I think eggs, you'll taste it just a little bit, but most other foods you really don't taste it, and it is a fat, so it's going to taste good. So it's going to improve the palatability of your foods. Personally, one of my favorite snacks that I like to have is raisin toast, like the Ezekiel bread. The Ezekiel bread is sprouted grains, so there's no anti-nutrients in there. So I like to have the Ezekiel bread, and then I'll put the coconut oil on there and spread it right on there, and it's delicious, and it's a great healthy snack to have. And keep in mind, the saturated fat is not going to clog up your arteries or cause any degenerative diseases. And it's a very versatile cooking oil, so you can cook with almost anything. You can cook chickens, turkey, steak, almost anything. Now, you don't want to reuse the oil. That's something that you don't want to do. After you finish using it, you want to dump it after you cook with it. So that's when you start to get to the point where it might oxidize and you might start creating free radicals. That's something that you don't want to do. But using it just once, cooking, I've made a whole Thanksgiving turkey, a 12-pound turkey with coconut oil, and it turned out delicious. And the people that I cooked for were very hesitant to use the coconut oil. They thought that it wasn't going to taste good. They didn't like the taste of coconuts. And personally, I don't like the taste of coconuts. I do use certain coconut drinks. for the summer, but I usually don't taste them and I mix them with other things. But when I cooked that turkey and I brought it out, it was a 12-pound turkey, and I basted it in coconut oil. It was delicious, and nobody tasted it. So I waited for everybody to kind of get halfway through the meal, and I said, I use coconut oil to cook the turkey in. And everybody was, had a different perception of coconut oil, and actually enjoyed it and thought it was good. So the Garden of Life, this is extra virgin coconut oil. It's USDA organic. I would say if you purchase coconut oil, always get USDA organic coconut oil. The USDA, rigorously checks all the foods that are labeled as organic. They make sure there's no pesticides, fungicides, any kind of industrial solvents like hexane. So it's more or less a rigorous testing to ensure that you're not getting any of these chemicals in your food. So it's always going to be a lot better. So thank you very much, and please visit us at capitalnutrition.com. Thank you.